Expedia and Visit Scotland invite you to come step into centuries of history that await in Scotland. Castles steeped in legend walk along cobblestone streets. Come share the warmth of stories passed down through generations. This is a place with a past that is fully present today and all yours to explore. Plan your Scottish escape today at expedia.com/Visit Scotland.
Study and play come together on a Windows 11 PC. And for a limited time, college students get the best of both worlds. Get the Unreal College Deal. Everything you need to study and play with select Windows 11 PCs. Eligible students get a year of Microsoft 365 Premium and a year of Xbox Game Pass Ultimate with a custom color Xbox wireless controller. Learn more at windows.com/student offer. While supplies last. Ends June 30th. Terms at aka.ms/collegepc.
Are you on Substack? Because I am, and I'd love to connect with you there. I process things there over Saturdays and Sundays, days off, sometimes weeknights as I'm researching and reading other articles, and it inspires me to write things where I'm going deeper into the behind the scenes of what some of the episodes on A World of Difference are all about. I'd love to connect with you there. So if you are on Substack, find me. You can go to loriadamsbrown.substack.com as a free, or I would prefer a paid subscriber, because then you get access to more of the in-depth things that are exclusively for my paid subscribers. I keep my prices as low as they can be on Substack, as low as they allow. But I do believe in being paid for my work, and I believe you should be paid for yours too. So join me there and let's make a difference together.
Welcome to the A World of Difference podcast. I'm Lori Adams Brown, and this is a podcast for those who are different and want to make a difference.
Hi, Anju. It's so great to see you here at HumanX in San Francisco.
Thank you so much, Lori. Same. It's always exciting to see you and meet you in person.
We, in fact, met here in San Francisco, even though we both live in the Bay Area, at another conference called Offsite. And then we ran into each other a couple weeks ago in Las Vegas at Transform. And then here we are, we ran into each other, and it's always great to see you. I'm really excited to get to know you a little bit better in this interview. Here at HumanX, whatever conference I'm at right now. We've had a lot of speakers from other parts of the world that have flown in. Of course, a lot of AI is here in San Francisco. But your life has given you a lot of cultures that have formed you as a leader and as a person that brings your humanity into your workplace. Help us get to know you a little bit better in terms of the cultures and the places that have formed you.
Yeah, thank you. I think I've just been really lucky and privileged to have had an opportunity to work for global tech companies that allowed me to have experiences to work out of many countries. I worked for IBM for about 8 years, and during that time, we've had a trailing spouse policy, and my spouse pretty much trails a lot. I call something a traveling husband. So any sense of having a family was if I followed him to the country where he was traveling, and just talking about culture, having those flexible policies that allow and accommodate for different lifestyles but also requirements of young families, I think is a great opportunity. So we did get to work out of Australia, New Zealand, Dubai, US, and many other countries. And I think the country that I come from, I was born and raised in India, culturally is very diverse. And if you understand Hindi, it says, "Kos kos pe badle bani, char kos pe pani," or a reverse of that. What it means is every few miles there is a change in the flavor of the water, but there's also change in culture a little bit and language a little bit. So the country where I come from is pretty diverse. It allows you to have experiences and being cognizant of the fact of needs of different people and adapt and be agile. So that has phenomenally helped me to be the leader that I am today, to care for people, to be curious, to reach them where they are, and try to make their life a little bit better at all times.
I love it. Just the foundation of India and all the vastness of all the cultures and languages and religions and ways of life in itself is such a beautiful expression of what it means to be human. And here at this conference, HumanX, we're talking about technology, AI, but also the human component, which is something that often gets lost. I really appreciated hearing from speakers. I was excited to hear about from Dr. Fei-Fei Li, the godmother of AI. The Worlds I See is a great book if you haven't read it. And she explains her childhood in China and then immigrating here to the US and just the journey of being human, and then all that she's become because of it, and how she sees AI through the lens of humanity. We had Al Gore speak about the sustainability and how this affects humans. We've had the CEO of Perplexity, all these different minds. And today I want to hear from you. What do you see? You work as a chief human resources officer. You've been in talent, and you've also been on the business side in your career. So as you sit in this seat with your experience, what makes you excited about what you're seeing right now that you want our audience of difference makers around the world to know about?
Yeah. Well, just like you, I've been thrilled to be part of this amazing conference at HumanX, because the 6,000 people here, we're getting that experience of diversity of thought, where they come from different industries, different backgrounds. There are CIOs, CXOs, CTOs, AI engineers, developers, sales folks, everyone. And I've had an opportunity to speak at the booths, listen to the talks, and it is phenomenal. Interestingly enough, somebody actually told me that I'm the only HR person here because they filtered in the attendee list and found from the area of work, HR. And amongst the 6,000, I'm the only one. So I'm surprised a little bit.
Yeah.
I wish there were more HR people, because just being here, it allows you to have a view on what's upcoming or what's currently happening in the world, in the way we work, in the way we interact. It's going to change the way we work together with AI and agents and humans. So I wish there were more HR people here. Sometimes things do get technical enough, and I feel a little out of place or have an imposter syndrome in terms of what am I doing here? And this question has come up quite often. And my response to that is, I want to know. I want to be in the know so I can make that happen for our people. And to your question in terms of human and AI, I think what's exciting to me is the part about the creativity, the collaboration, the commitment to doing something better every day, and that's what the humans bring, and that innovation then translates to the AI we're bringing to the table. So I'm really, really looking forward to continuing this conversation when I go back home about this partnership between technology and humans, and not losing focus of the human part of it. And that's why it's not AIX, but HumanX. So we don't want to lose the most critical factor here, which is the humans. We're making this happen. And we were together in another conference earlier, and one of the topics that I spoke about is from human in the loop to human in the lead. And I want to continue to do that, keep humans in the lead of this, so they don't feel like they have a passive role to play, but they have a very, very active role to play. You take charge. You can take charge. It's not happening to you. You don't have to have a fear of or freeze in the moment and feel like, what do I do now? Because I hear that amongst the people, like close to the vast percentage that talks about AI, but in terms of the movement that is happening, most people feel like, I've never built, especially the people who are not in touch with technology every day, or they're not engineers. Right. They feel like, what can I do? I'm, let's say, in HR or marketing. Well, they can do a lot more, and we just need to bring them along on the journey.
Yes, we need to bring them along on the journey. This is a road we've not traveled before. No one has. And although we can understand, you and I, the ADKAR methodology around change management, and we know behavioral science, we understand the sociology, the organizational psychology of how things have gone in the past. We've been through more than one crisis and as leaders. And so we can draw from that, but none of us have really been down this road before. And I just got out of a session where I heard the Chief People Officer of LinkedIn speak and got a chance to meet her in person. She spoke a lot about managers and leaders and how that's changing, agentic AI. There is a lot of anxiety, there is a lot of fear. How we do this matters. What causes you concern from your vantage point in terms of trajectories you see us going that you would like for us to kind of switch away from?
One of the things that causes me concern is exactly that, the idea about, I feel so helpless. I'm just a person in the loop, and I want to change that so quickly, bring people along on the journey. Like, people talk about building their agents. Honestly, about maybe 6 to 8 months back, I was like, I'm not technical enough. I don't know how to build that agent first. Honestly, it took me 2 minutes to build my first one. It was pretty simple. But yeah. The idea was to be able to build it. That gives you so much confidence to walk that journey. So what makes me concern is people not taking that first step, and that becomes a really big hurdle. So our job then is to help them walk that first step and then walk them along that journey, not lose focus on people who are not making that change. But I'm also excited. I think never lose a good crisis as a good opportunity. Like, don't let it go for waste. It is a chance for us to help them along, see what this new could be, the new ways of working, the new world of working could be. I'm excited about it too.
I am too, and I'm really excited because I know that humans like you are leading where you're leading, and I do want with you for more chief people officers, chief human resource officers, talent managers, all of us who understand the human element, and that's what we bring to the business, to be more involved in the decisions being made, having seats at the table. I would love to see more people in talent on boards, making those decisions around AI adoption strategies that really often leave out the human-centric piece. Any last thoughts as we close up here? Maybe something you've learned this week, maybe something you've had on your brain that you think our audience of difference makers around the world need to know about this conversation?
Yeah, be in the room. I think you clearly mentioned, like I said, why aren't there more people? We're the people within, we're the people. So we need to be here because all of this tech that's going to make a difference in our lives wouldn't be adopted as well. We wouldn't be able to make use of it unless we create that opportunity for people to do that. So find opportunity to expose yourself, and it's going to be a little bit uncomfortable, like sit in that discomfort, continue to make progress, raise your hand to say, I don't know this, because it's like you rightly opened up. We're all walking this journey. Nobody has done this before. It's new for all of us. So don't be afraid to ask for help. Reach out. They're experts in the field who are doing amazing work. Shout out to Brandon Summit from Zapier. He's doing some amazing work. I follow him. I talk to him. He's been a friend for some time now. We've been on a board for a few companies together. And I hear him to see the work that he's doing, and a few others too. And I feel like, okay, there are some role models that I can follow. I have a conversation. So reach out to people in your network. See what they're doing. If you don't know what those best practices, we're co-creating this together.
Yes, and the best type of leadership is co-creation. That's something the world taught me. That's something Central and South America, Southeast Asia taught me. And I think that we need more of that in corporate America. So I'm really glad that you're a part of it here.
Thank you.
How can people find you and more of the work that you're doing?
Thank you. Reach me on LinkedIn, Anju Choudhary. So www.linkedin.com/in/Anju-Choudhary1. Anytime, I'm happy to help in any way that I can. And again, do not forget, we're in this together. Take your first step if you have not done that already. If you're along that journey, walk other people, hold their hand. Thank you so much for having me, Lori. It's always great to be a conference buddy with you.
It is. We are officially conference buddies at this point. Third time's the charm. Great to have you,
Thank
Anju.
you. Thank you.
Okay, difference makers, I know you, and I know when you hear something you really enjoyed and you learned from it, you want to share it. I am like that too, which is why I love to promote guests on this podcast for you to get to hear them yourself. Sometimes they write books, sometimes they write on Substack, sometimes they podcast, sometimes their voice is just every day in the workplace where they live and impact their communities in a variety of ways with all the hats that they wear. So if you enjoyed this episode, and I hope that you did, please share it with a friend, a parent, a neighbor, somebody you went to boarding school with back in the day, somebody at work, your boss, people on your team, because this is a message they needed to hear. And if it impacted you, please give us a 5-star rating and give us a review. It really helps our reach for more people like you to find us, the difference makers, the listeners, the leaders, the people in your communities that are making the world a better place. I appreciate you so much.